What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. We are going to be live up until lock, so up until whenever the games still kick off, or whatever time the games kick off. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day, and let's get into this nice Q&A. Now, I realize right now, for some strange reason, I don't look in focus, even though on my end, I'm clearly in focus. So let me just fix that really quick, and then we're going to answer all these questions, so I apologize for that. Let's do it. All right. I'm going to try to answer as many questions as possible today while on this live stream. That did absolutely nothing. You know what's crazy? My shirt in real life is yellow, and this shit looks disgusting on camera. I realized that a while ago, but what's up, everyone? James Robinson, Tony Julio, or London? I'd go with Robinson. Should we sit Pittman knowing he was a DNP today? I am waiting until Sunday to make that decision. I think he's going to play. I'm thinking about starting Everett over Schultz. I don't think that's a crazy thought. How's life going for you, man? I'm doing great. What's up, OJ? How you doing? Yo, what's up, Mason? What do you guys think about my wide receivers? Waddle, Kirk, Elijah Moore, and Devonta Smith. I'm not confident in Devonta Smith or Moore this week, but I think that's a fine wide receiver core. Is Najee playing? I'd assume so, and I would play him unless you have just some excellent running backs. Juju or DJ Moore? I would play Juju. Yo, what's up, Chris? Full PPR, Everett or Thomas? I'd play Everett. Trade question, MVS, Juju, and Ertz for Pitts and Mooney. Who wins this trade? 2 keeper PPR. I think I would rather have Pitts and Mooney. Still a big fan of Mooney. I don't think that week 1 game really tells us anything. I would start Schultz. Makes sense. Everett with Keenan out. Start MT or Brandon Cooks or DJ Moore or Waddle. I would play Michael Thomas out of that group. Next question. Pittman or be wary because of the injury. I would be wary about the injury, but I wouldn't necessarily panic yet. Everett plays tonight, and I have Kittle, who hasn't been practicing. There is no way that Kittle is playing. So go with Gerald. Are you guys in or out on Zeke? Does Dak out affect this, or are you holding him? I would just hold him. I feel like you can't really trade him. Like, what's he worth right now? Like a used condom? Like, you're not going to get anything for him. So bear with me. 2 wide receivers in a flex. Deontay Johnson, St. Brown, Waddle, McLaurin, and Kareem Hunt over any of these in the flex. Okay, so you're going to go with Waddle, Johnson, and Kareem Hunt. Make sure you guys all hit the like button. Is Darrell Henderson Jr. the real deal, or will Akers? I think Akers could retake the RB1, but for now, he's the real deal. He's still the horse there. The horse. Hey, guys, do you think I should start Mike Thomas, Jarvis Landry, Darrell Henderson, or Jamal Williams at the flex? I would go with Michael Thomas. Robbie Anderson or Waddle? Waddle for sure, Jeffrey. Al Robinson or Hollywood Brown? Kyler scares me, dude. Don't be scared. Go with Hollywood. Penny, Palmer, Dobbins, or Landry? I would go with Landry. And the game starts, I believe, at 8:15. I believe. Legendary One, thank you for the donation. I will get your question in a second. Someone in chat, figure out what time the game starts. Actually, I'll figure it out, guys. I don't want to be an asshole here and just ask you guys to do everything. You know, I am the streamer. I have to figure these things out myself. It's only on Prime, so you need Amazon Prime to watch this game. 8:15, kickoff at 8:15 Eastern Standard Time. Legendary One, thank you for the donation, good sir. Tight end, start Everett against KC or Tyler Higbee versus Atlanta? This is a question that I have seen a million people ask me. Shoot out the first one, Legendary One. So we have to think about this 2 different ways. If you want to keep things safe, you go with Higbee. Higbee had an insane target share last week up against the Buffalo Bills. I believe that Tyler Higbee is a key piece in this LA Rams offense. And while he didn't score too many points, he was given the opportunity to score a lot of points. So I think that if you roll that game back and he gets similar opportunities, he probably does significantly better. He had a couple of drops that were egregiously bad. So I would go ahead and tell you that the safe answer is Higbee. The high upside pick is Everett because Everett could go absolutely banana lands tonight up against the Kansas City Chiefs. I am more of a risky player, so I would lean with Everett, but I do think that Tyler Higbee is significantly safer. My answer is Everett, though. 5:15. What time zones do y'all live in? 5:15. Live in LA? As if LA is the only fucking state that game starts at 5:15 in. Wide receiver and a flex. DJ Moore, Sutton, Juju, Cordell, Kareem Hunt. Let's think. Let's think through this. Let's go with Sutton, Juju, Cordero. No problem, legendary one. Jacobs and Jacoby Myers for Patterson. If you're getting Patterson, you won that trade. Does Drake London have serious flex consideration? I would consider flexing him. He's not a guy that I'm forcing in, though. Is Juju a good play? Yes. Who's the best play this week for flex between Kareem Hunt, MVS, and Palmer? Full PPR, Kareem Hunt. Will George Kittle play? If not Everett or Hurst, I would go with Everett. I'm going to tell you I'm about 99.99999% sure that George Kittle is not going to play. Every single thing I have read has been very negative towards his chance of playing. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that he doesn't play. Lost Keenan Allen, need a replacement. A-Rob, Curtis Samuel, or Mooney? I'd go with A-Rob. So I'm going to tell you if Juju's a good play, he is. Tanyan or Logan Thomas? I would go with Tanyan. You guys got a lot of questions. Make sure you hit that like button. Damian Pierce or Joshua Palmer? I would go with Palmer. I think Pierce is going to bounce back, though, so don't drop Pierce or anything yet. Michael Thomas or Mike Williams? Thomas? Mike Williams, actually. Will Swift start? My assumption is yes. Everything I've read, he seems good to go. 7:15 p.m. I'm in Houston time zone. Game will be on in an hour. Yes, sir. Yeah, that must be awesome, living when the game starts at 7:15 instead of like 8:15 here, which is awful. CH, Miles Sanders, Pierce, Aaron Jones, Jeff Wilson. Pick 2. I would go with Miles Sanders. Oh, I would go with CH and Aaron Jones. All right, guys, just so you know, I'm clicking around. So if I miss your question, just type it in the chat again. I'm not trying to be a dick, and I'm not skipping you on purpose, just so you're aware. Start 1, CeeDee Lamb, Sutton, or Edmonds for the flex. I would go with Sutton. Most tonight, or wait to see if Julio plays Sunday. I think Julio is going to play on Sunday. Davis or Johnson in the flex. Gabe Davis for sure. Start Cordell Patterson, DJ Moore, Juju. I'd go with Juju. Thielen over Deontay Johnson, full PPR. They're incredibly close in my rankings. I think right now, off the top of my head, I'd lean with Deontay Johnson. Do you think T. Higgins plays? I didn't a couple days ago. Now I do. Craig Wayne, thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Should I start MVS or Devin Duvernay? I would go with MVS. Deontay Johnson, Julio Jones, Robbie Anderson, or Jarvis Landry. I would go with Deontay Johnson. Hey, Singletary or Elijah Moore. I'd go with Singletary. Would you consider flexing either Landry or Wilson over Elliott? Yes, I would definitely play Landry over Elliott. I do not trust Elliott this week. Amon-Ra St. Brown or Devin Singletary for the flex. I would go with Mr. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Burrow or Hurts. I would go Hurts. Trade redraft. Trade redraft, 1 quarterback, PPR, Bateman and Elijah Moore, or Herbert and Stevenson. I would go with, I think I'd rather have Herbert and Stevenson, assuming you don't have a good quarterback now. Is Deontay Johnson. Should I keep Najee in or play Patterson and Henderson? I'd play Patterson and Henderson. Henderson or Renfro, I'd play Henderson. Lost Bucker, Lutz or Gould, I'd go with Lutz. Darrell Henderson or CH, I'd go with CH. They're very close to my rankings. I dropped my rankings on the Notorious Fantasy page today for running backs. And those are for half PPR. Ertz or Everett, I would go with Everett. Thanks, no problemo. CH or Hunt, CH. London, Bateman or Samuels, Bateman. CH, Mooney or Thielen, full PPR, I would go with I'd go CH. I'm subscribing. Thank you. I appreciate it. Sutton or MT, I'd go Michael Thomas. CH or Drake London, CH. Pick 2, Edmonds, Hendy, ETN, Hall, Carter, or Williams. I'm going with Hendy and Edmonds. Gabe Davis or Juju, Gabe Davis. Patterson or Julio or Wilson, I'd go with Patterson. CH or Hunt, CH. Quarterback, Stafford. Oh, your team looks pretty solid, I would say. I'm not going to read the whole thing out loud because for some reason I can't talk out loud and read sometimes. But I do like your team a decent amount. I think you have the correct lineup in. And make sure you guys hold Burks because I think it might take some time for Burks to start getting it wet out there. Myers and Jacobs for Patterson. Would prefer Patterson. Is trading Burrow for Lamar a good option? Yes, I'd rather have Lamar than Joe Shiesty. Just traded MT and Winston for Herbert. Nice trade, man. Mooney, MVS, or Landry, I would go with Mooney. Clyde Edwards-Helaire had a good game, have a good game tonight, question mark. Yes, I think so. I think so. Make sure that you guys hit the like button on either channel you're on right now. We have 99 total viewers, 66 on Notorious Fantasy, and 33 on Stokastic Fantasy Football. Make sure you guys hit that like button. It helps out a ton. Is trading Burrow? Oh, I already said yes. CEH, Sutton, Julio, Metcalf, Penny, full PPR. I would go with CEH and Sutton pretty easily. Okay. Gibson or Michael Thomas? I'd go with Michael Thomas. Joey, thank you for the donation. I really do appreciate it. Would you take the risk and start DeAndre Carter? That's a good question. So, I think if I'm being honest with you, I think there is a chance that DeAndre Carter, who played really good last week, gets outshined by Palmer. I think that had the game plan, they go into the game and they know that Allen's going to be out. I think Palmer is better in that situation. Now, I could be wrong. So I don't think it's necessarily a crazy risk to start Carter because everyone and their mother, including me, I assume you guys all think the same way, that this is going to be an incredibly high scoring game. So I think when push comes to shove, if you are down bad at wide receiver, sure, you can play DeAndre Carter, but there's also a lot of other options that are safer that have the exact same amount of upside as DeAndre Carter. So my answer to that is, again, if you want to really risk it and you don't feel like the guys that you have ahead of DeAndre Carter. So, for instance, if you have some other wide receivers that are kind of so-so, like if you have Elijah Moore and DeAndre Carter, I almost would rather just say fuck it and play DeAndre Carter over Elijah Moore because Elijah Moore seems like he's in a bad situation. So I hope you understand where I'm coming from. I don't love DeAndre Carter tonight, but I think there's a lot worse options than him. That's kind of my read on that, Joey. Thank you for the donation. I really appreciate it. Jeffrey, thanks, Nick. Number one in my league. Shout out from Austria. Shout out, baby. That's awesome. It's so crazy. I say this all the time. There's people that watch these live streams, these videos that live literally everywhere. There was a guy this morning that's been watching my videos for a while from England. That's crazy. People watch from all over the world. So I greatly appreciate all you guys. You guys also, all the people that live in the States live all over the US. So it's truly crazy. So I really appreciate all you guys. Thank you. Bateman or Landry? Bateman. Hendy or Sutton? Sutton. Do you think Mike Evans plays this weekend? Yes. I mean, they played Godwin last weekend when they shouldn't have done that. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that they're going to play Evans. I got to tweet out the stream. The stream did not get tweeted out by me. Tweet that bish out. All right. Gabe Davis or Juju? Gabe Davis. Should I go ETN versus Colts or Brandon Ayuk versus Seattle? I'm giving one last ride to ETN. If he screws us over this week, then we're done with him. Who should I start the flex? Wilson, Zeke, or Harris? I'd go Jeff Wilson. Rodgers or pick up Carr? I'd pick up Carr. Gabe Davis or Juju, but I think Rodgers is going to be just fine, but I'd pick up Carr. Gabe Davis or Juju? Gabe Davis. Picking two, London, Michael Thomas, and Waddle. Waddle and Michael Thomas for me in full PPR. Should I start? Oh, I already answered that one. Do I start Chargers D tonight or pick up Denver? Yeah, I'd pick up Denver. I'm really worried. I don't want anything to do with the Chargers defense tonight, man. This could be a fucking disaster if you play the Chargers, man. The Chargers defense might get spanked. I've been watching you for a few years now, but I'm located in Houston now. I relocated from Los Angeles. That's cool. Yeah, I assume everyone here lives all across the United States of America, and of course some other countries as well. Would you trade Gibson and Gabe Davis for Swift? No, I wouldn't. Did you guys see that video of Brian Robinson? He literally got shot like 2 weeks ago, and the guy's already doing that ladder drill that players do. It's insane. It's insane. Like, it's honestly crazy. Juju or AJ Dillon? Juju. McLaurin or Patterson? Patterson. CH or AJ Dillon? I'd go CH. But they're very close between him and Dillon. I think I have Dillon ranked one spot higher. They're incredibly close, though, so I guess I'd go with Dillon with the rankings. Wentz or Fields or Goff? I would go with Wentz for show. Does Pitts stand a chance as a top 5 tight end this year? Yeah, of course he does. One bad game, Samuel, you shouldn't worry too much. Guys can have bad games. Trying to trade away James Robinson. What wide receiver should I target? Literally just look for any, like, Hunter Renfrow, a guy that, like, disappointed slightly. would be a perfect example. But if I'm being honest with you, I just hold Robinson because he might just keep getting better. Christian Kirk or Allen Robinson. Thank you for the donation, Colin. So I was a big Allen Robinson fan this offseason. I banged the drum for him relentlessly. I thought, you know what? Matt Nagy ruined Allen Robinson. Justin Fields isn't very good. Ruined Allen Robinson. Now we're sitting there. We see last week, Allen Robinson isn't getting targeted. Now, was he open? Kind of. He was open on some plays, didn't get the ball. It's okay. It's okay that he didn't get the ball. This week, when you have a situation like this, where you don't just have to throw Allen Robinson to the dogs, I'm not playing Allen Robinson. I'd rather play Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk is significantly safer. They both have pretty similar upside, and they're both going to be force fed. And I think Christian Kirk is going to be force fed the ball by Trevor Lawrence. It seems like Trevor Lawrence just wants to throw the ball. To him, Zay Jones was a decent target as well. But I think Christian Kirk will be a very safe and reliable wide receiver every single week. So I'd go with him. I think once we see Robinson, if we see Robinson this week play good, then boom, I'm back into just start Allen Robinson every week. But right now, if you have other options, I'm most likely looking away from Allen Robinson. So Christian Kirk would be the start for me over Allen Robinson. Oh, you're from Austria as well. That's awesome. So thank you, Colin. Again, go with Christian Kirk. Thoughts on Stafford? I think Stafford's going to be fine. Full Jarvis Landry train. Choo choo. Bateman or Palmer tonight? I'm going Bateman. Full PPR, pick one. Landry, Palmer, Rex, Burkhead. We're going Landry. Who's your odd man out? Claypool, Mooney, and Peoples-Jones. Peoples-Jones would be the odd man out for me. Zeke or Hunt? Hunt by a mile. Should I trade Najee Harris and DJ Moore for Devontae Adams? I would not. MVS or Hunter Renfrow? Hunter Renfrow. Julio, Metcalf, Penny. I would go with Penny and Julio. Julio, Davis, Thomas, or Judy? Judy. All good. All good, Ron. Welcome to the chat. Full PPR, need one. Terry McLaurin, Ramondre Stevenson, Naheem Hines. I'm playing McLaurin. Should I start Tyler Lockett or Carl? Oh, I would go. I do not want to play. You have Gabe Davis? Is that who you're talking about? Carlos Davis? Is that Gabe Davis? Or am I just dumb? I need 2 wide receivers and a flex. What's up, Jacob? How you doing, man? I would go with Waddle, Cooks, and Henderson. Joe Herbert? Am I dumb? I feel like I say the wrong names of players all the time. Like the wrong first name. Oh, Kyler Murray or Joe Herbert. There it is, Justin Herbert. Rank my starting team 1 through 10. Justin Herbert, Jamar Chase, Diggs, James Conner, C.H. Everett, Deontay Johnson, kicker Broncos, Jason Sanders. I think your team is pretty good. I'd say it's about probably like an 8.5 to a 9. Looks pretty solid to me. I think Everett's going to have a big game. Would you trade George Kittle, Tyler Lockett, and Van Jefferson for Tyreek and Hayden Hurst? 16 team PPR. My other tight end is Everett. Yes, I would do that. I don't want anything to do with Van Jefferson and Lockett. So if you're getting Hill and Hayden Hurst, you smash the accept button and you laugh at that dumbass. That is a very easy trade, in my opinion. I would much rather have Hayden Hurst and Hill over Kittle, Lockett, and Van Jefferson. Kittle, guys, I was not someone who was big on Kittle. Kittle worries me. I think Kittle might miss 4 or 5 games at this point. There's no way Kittle's playing. So if you're getting Hill and Hayden Hurst, you should slam that, Mr. Joey Ford. Everett or Schultz? I'd go with Everett this week. I picked up Tunyon because Kittle may not go. I don't think Kittle's going to go. Bateman, London, Devontae Smith. I would go with... I'd go with Bateman. Does it get annoying when people ask the same questions every week? No. Because to be honest with you, I answer so many questions that it's not really annoying. Like, I spend an hour to an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours every day just sitting on the computer answering the comment section because I feel like if you guys take the effort to ask a comment on a video, I feel like a douchebag if I don't answer it, to be honest with you. So I always take some time out of my day to answer because it also helps the video out when you guys comment. So that's why I always try to answer as well. Deontay Johnson, Christian Kirk, or Jalen Waddle. I'd go with Waddle personally. Should I risk Pittman in the flex over Juju tonight? All right. Everyone's talking about Pittman. I don't think Pittman's injury is very serious. Pittman Roto World. I don't think it's very serious. But I'll pull it up. I'm sorry if I'll just pull it up on the second screen because I just realized my face. I probably turned into fucking Bane right there. I was born in the darkness. That's probably what I looked like. All right. Pittman did not participate in Thursday's practice. He was spotted on the sidelines, but a downgrade is not a good sign for his availability in a smash spot up against Jacksonville. Pittman's update will be one of the biggest to track on Friday. He's likely headed for a questionable tag unless we see a full practice tomorrow. Gonna be honest with you, I think he's going to end up playing. But look, man, if you want to play it safe, go with Juju. If you don't have any other options, like if it's Pittman or you're fucked and you have like some bum receivers, then just play Juju. I mean, Juju has pretty similar upside as Pittman. But I my assumption right now is that Pittman's going to play. Do I drop Smith or Mooney and pick up Palmer? No. 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 Amari Cooper, Metcalf, or Samuel as wide receiver 3. I would play Metcalf. Actually, I'd play Samuel probably. James Robinson, Julio, Cooper, or Olave. I'd go with James Robinson. What's up, boys? What's up, Spock? Cordell Patterson, David Montgomery, Jarvis Landry, Cordell. Should I risk using Carter or stay with Lamb? Stay with Lamb. Thanks for the best, no problem. Carlos Davis. Isn't that Carlton Davis? Isn't that a player? Maybe I'm wrong. That's not a player on offense, though. What do you think I can get in return for Darrell Henderson? Look, I don't think you guys should be trading away guys like Darrell Henderson. But if you think that Darrell Henderson's going to magically start being ass and that Cam Akers is going to take over, then just throw out trades to people. Be like, hey, I got Darrell Henderson. What about a guy like Renfro is a guy who I really like. What about, and then if you want to get even crazier, you could be like Henderson for Waddle. But you're not going to, no one's going to fucking accept that. But it's kind of hard to do trade questions because it's very dependent on what the other team has. Because you want to only be offering trades to teams that actually need Henderson. Because if you're just throwing out trades, you're going to start pissing people off. That's what I found. If you just start offering trades to everyone, at least in my leagues. But maybe that's just because I make YouTube videos and people don't want to trade with me. Tua or Brady, I'd go with Brady. Yeah, don't overreact. It's just week 1. Yeah, that's a good thing to talk about. I talked about that in my video today. You can't really panic off of week 1. Like, look, I know in week 1, if your team sucked ass, it sucks, right? It sucks. Like Allen Robinson, for instance. I love Allen Robinson. And then he sucked. It is what it is, though, right? I don't understand why people play these kids for fantasy football advice. Okay. I don't understand why you're in the fucking chat. Then get the fuck out of here, pal. All right, buddy. Have a day. Just say no. I don't actually care when people say stuff like that. I just thought that was a fun reply. V. Fuck. I gotta ban this person. This is so annoying. Block that person. Spamming V in the chat. Higgins is looking positive. Yes, I believe so. Oh, what's good, Sean? What's good, brother? Yeah. If you just want to hang out, you can chill out with me. But yeah, thank you very much. And I do try to answer as many questions as possible. So I hope everyone enjoys the stream. Frustrated incel. Yeah, no, it's okay. Like, I honestly, no negative stuff ever gets to me. Don't really care about it. I've read a million things. I posted on Twitter. Someone said I looked like some guy from Mr. Media. If you know what Mr. Media is, dude. If you say you look like anyone from there, you're basically saying you look like the fucking ugly duckling or something. I thought it was funny, though. So, thoughts on Cam Akers. So, my opinion on Cam Akers right now is that I'm not trading Akers for a used condom. I'm not trading him for like a bag of potato chips. So I'm just going to hold him. I don't think he's going to be good for the next couple of weeks, but I think at some point he could take over. Thank you, Gustavo, for the donation. I really appreciate it. Should I start ETN or Robinson? This is a great question. So I am kind of sitting there right now, and I think this is the last ride for ETN. For instance, if ETN shits the bed this week, Gustavo, what I'm going to do is never play this guy again. I am probably going to just, like, unless he shows up like a couple weeks from now, I'm just going to bench him until I feel more comfortable with it, right? Like, I think James Robinson is going to potentially be the guy going forward. But if it's ETN versus Robinson this week, I'm going to go with ETN. Now, I was very nervous from what I read today about Travis Etienne, because it came out that when the ball was coming to Etienne, he said that he was spooked. He used the term spooked, that he was nervous when the ball was coming his way. He was extremely nervous, and that's why he dropped the ball. I think ETN's going to is still going to be given chances. So I think ETN is the answer if you want to be risky. But Gustavo, if you want to keep things safe, if you're worried that ETN might absolutely destroy your fantasy football team, then play Robinson, because I think Robinson is significantly safer than ETN. And ETN was dropping passes, like Rise Above Everything said. I think the safer bet is to just play Robinson. Again, I'm a little bit more risky, so my lean's ETN. But if you want to be super safe, go with Robinson. And they both have the exact same upside, right? Like, and we're also looking at this drastically different if ETN catches one of those balls in the end zone. I am going to go with ETN. But if you want to play it safe, go Robinson. And I'm not going to give you two answers like this. I'm going to change my opinion. We're going with Robinson. I would play James Robinson. So I'm not going to give you two answers. Make you choose for yourself. You donated. You're going with Robinson. If you want to stick with my opinion, I'd go James Robinson. And they're both very close in my mind. They're ranked 2 spots different in my rankings. So I'd go Robinson. Juju or ETN? Thank you again for the donation. Juju or ETN? I would go with Juju. Do you think Marlon Mack will become a factor on the 49ers? No. Does Derrick Henry scare you going forward? No. You look like Eminem. I don't think so. I do talk kind of fast, though. According to people on the internet, I talk too fast. For flex, Singletary or Mooney, I'd go with Mooney personally. AJ Dillon all day, high end RB2. I like AJ Dillon. I decided to start CD for Anderson and Jacobs. I would play CD. Rank my team 1 through 10. Mason, Kirk, Waddle, Burrow, Mixon, Jacobs, Kittle, Everett, Elijah Moore, Devontae Smith. Your team's pretty decent. Say like a nice 7.5. Yeah, nothing crazy, but also not an awful team. Would you trade Henry and A-Rob for Eckler? I would definitely not. I would do that, I think, because I prefer Eckler over Henry for the rest of the season. See what my boy Eckler does tonight, baby. He's gonna hit that end zone dance where he plays the guitar. It's gonna be fire. Brady or Russell Wilson? Brady. No, I think a lot of people actually respect anyone who's modded in here. The best, like the reason why they're modded is because they give pretty good answers, and because they've always been in the chat. So I try to mod as many people as possible. I actually can't mod you while I'm talking, like on here, because I'm on 2 different streams, so it's kind of hard to do. But yeah, all my mods are smart guys. Miles Sanders, Zeke, or Penny? I'd go with Sanders this week. 76. Should I keep Myers on my team? I just dropped Jacoby Myers, to be honest with you, in a 10-team league. ETN Henderson or Wilson? Henderson by a mile. Should I start George Pickens or Tyler Lockett? I'd go with Lockett. What do you think about Rodgers week 2? Well, Rodgers self-proclaims that he owns the Chicago Bears organization, so I think Rodgers will be just fine this week. Ayuk or Gabe? Go Gabe. Might have answered this, but should I trade Jeff Wilson for Brandon Ayuk and Julio Jones? No, I'd just hold Wilson. Start Bengals defense or Chargers Bengals. Pickens over Lockett. Yeah, it is kind of close. I don't know. I didn't see enough out of Pickens last week. Need one flex and wide receiver. Ayuk, Juju, CH, Robinson, Zeke, Marquise Brown. I'm going with Hollywood Brown and Juju. I thought you were live on 2 channels. I am live on 2 channels right now. I'm live on the Stokastic Fantasy Football channel with 45 viewers, and then on Notorious Fantasy by Stokastic, we have 79 viewers. So make sure everyone hits the like button. I need to get. I'll just do it right now. Hit the like button. I'm just gonna add this banner. I'm just gonna run this, bro. Hit that like button, please. Looks good. Alrighty. Next question. And again, if I skip over your question, it's not because I dislike you. It's probably because I missed it, and you're just gonna have to comment it again. Javonte or Connor? I'd go with Javonte personally. MG3 or Michael Carter? I'd go with Carter. Palmer or Curtis Samuel? Samuel. Start 4 PPR. Lamb, Williams, Brown, Sutton, Davis, Thomas. This is a hard question. Mike Williams, AJ Brown, Gabe Davis, and Michael Thomas. Yeah, dude. Hollywood Brown had a bad game, but I don't think that's gonna be the case going forward. Chase Edmonds, Rashad Penny, Melvin Gordon, or Allen Robinson pick 2. I'd go with Edmonds and Penny. Michael Carter or Damian Harris Carter. I need to drop someone. Who should I drop? Alberto, Higbee, or Tanya? I drop Alberto. I already answered that one. I just answered that one, I think. I need to help CH or Kamara. Kamara. Hey, bro, half PPR, Juju or Sanders. Juju. Muth or Everett. I'd go with Everett. Carter, Thielen, or A-Rob. I'd go with Thielen. Thinking Thielen bounces back this week. Evans, Hunt, or Waddle is my flex. I go Waddle. And he waddled away, waddle, waddle. Till the very next day. Bump, 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 bump. Palmer, Julio, Renfro. I'd go Renfro. Who do I start, Nick? Or who do I start, Nick? Chubb, CH, or James Conner? I would go with Nick Chubb and James Conner. And he waddled away, waddle, waddle. Hey, bro, Palmer or Robbie Anderson? I go Robbie. If Swift misses, I lied. I'm going to go Palmer. If Swift misses, flex A-Rob, Penny, or Henderson, Hendy. Chase Edmonds and Penny. Thielen, Juju, Moore. I'm going Moore and Juju. I need to choose Thomas, Juju, Landry, or Sutton. And just so you guys know, the one thing that sucks about this, the stream that I do, like on the app that I use, the chat is on the right. And there's this big ass mic stand that blocks the chat. So if you ever see me like squinting, I'm like looking through. There's like holes in this thing, which you can see. I'm just looking through the hole trying to answer your fucking question. Okay. I need to choose 2. Thomas, Juju, Landry, or Sutton. I'm going to go with Juju and MT. Half PPR need 2. Brees, Ramondre, Jamal. If Swift plays, go. If Swift doesn't play, go Jamal and Hall. If not, go Hall and Ramondre. Appreciate you, fam. No problem. Eckler tonight or start Hunt Sunday? Eckler for sure, guys. Don't panic on Eckler. Sutton, Kirk, Julio, Higgins, Mike Williams. Start 3. I go with Mike Williams, Higgins, and Mike Williams, Higgins, and Sutton. Looking through a hole. Pause. No, you guys, can you see? Like there's like a hole right here that I'm staring through, looking at the questions. Cup or N'Keal Harry? Gotta go with N'Keal Harry, Larry. N'Keal Harry, Larry. Gotta go N'Keal Harry. One of the most elite receivers in the NFL, though. If Swift misses, pick 2, Hendy, Edmonds, Jamal. I'm going Hendy and Edmonds regardless. Goddard or Freiermuth? I'm going Goddard. Pick wide receiver in a flex. Darrell Henderson, Rashad Bateman, Allen Robinson, Travis Etienne, Jarvis Landry, Darnell Mooney. My running backs are JT and Javonte Williams, wide receiver 1. Jerry Jeudy, your team looks pretty fantastic. I'm going to go with Darrell Henderson and with Rashad. I'm going to go Mooney and Henderson. And he waddled away. Edmonds and Penny. Non-PPR, Schultz or Everett. Let's go with Everett. Rodgers or Cousins. I'm going to go with Cousins. Jeff Wilson could get injured if the wind blows too hard. Yeah. He actually gets injured when he goes and ties his cleats before the game. Greatest trade that just went down to by league. Josh Allen and Kyle Pitts for Matt Stafford and Kelsey. I would prefer Josh Allen and Pitts ever so slightly. That's one of those trades where it's like dead even and people ask me for my opinion and I just tell them, you know what? You're basically just flipping. Like it's like barely even a move that does anything. But hey, at the end of the day, people love trading. I'm not a big trader. You trader. Both Herbert and Mahomes to have a 50-yard completion on DraftKings. That seems like the dumbest fucking bet. Plus 1,000. That seems like the dumbest bet ever. Like they're trying to make me bet that because it sounds fun, right? Let's see. Should I trade Cordell Patterson and Dalton Schultz for Kelsey? I don't think I would. To be honest. Evans, Williams, Pittman. I'd go with Williams and Pittman. Yo, Nick. Half PPR, MT, Zeke, or Elijah Moore. I'm going with MT. Faux shizzle. Wentz or Hurts. What do we do with CeeDee Lamb? You fucking hold him and hope that Cooper Rush throws him the football. Mooney or Elliott? Let's go with Mooney. Here comes the Mooney. If Pittman sits, Sutton or Samuel? Sutton for sure. Mooney, Jeff Wilson, Penny to get Jamal Williams and D Hop. I think I'd rather have the first side, frankly. Evans about to get locked up. Evans might get locked up. Alex played Cousins, and it gives you a game to evaluate Lance. I'm fine playing Lance, guys, if I'm going to be honest with you. So I think that first game, like, I really don't think you can take anything from it. Like, if I'm being honest with you, like, what the fuck was he supposed to do? It was a torrential downpour. Like, what could he have done? Like, what could he have done? I guess maybe looked better, but it was raining so much that it doesn't even bother me. Gerald Everett or Dawson Knox? I'm gonna go with Knox. Knox one time if you are with. I think Knox bounces back. You're doing great, Nick. Hit that like button. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate it. Hit that like button. All right, I need to make the banner so that it so that it goes around the bottom, but I don't remember how to do that. Yeah, there you go. Save. Here we go. Now we got the cool one. Hit that like button, please. Ertz or Everett? Everett. Someone offered me CD for Kirk. I would hold. Pollard, Wilson, or Singletary. Sit one. I'm sitting Pollard. I played Komet. I am not mad. The rain was insane. That's facts. Nicky Parlays is the GOAT. That's true. Jonathan Taylor or Eddie Lacy? That's tough, man. Depends if Eddie Lacy has eaten a bunch of Chinese food before the game or not, because we all know Eddie Lacy is powered by Chinese food. So I would say if he's eaten some Chinese food, then we got to go with Eddie Lacy. Michael Thomas or DJ Moore, Brandon Cooks or Waddle. I'm gonna go with Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas or McLaurin. Michael Thomas. CD will be great when Dak is back. Yeah, I agree. You got to keep him. Dak had a bad game, but like that was just one of those scenarios where just didn't look very good from the beginning, and you kind of knew things were going downhill pretty quickly. Robinson or Melvin Gordon for the flex? Robinson. Jamal Williams or Schultz? Schultz. Again, assuming Swift plays, if not Swift. Chark, Palmer, Woods, Claypool. I'm gonna go baby Chark. Baby Chark. If Pittman sits, Bateman or Thielen, I'd go Thielen. Christian Kirk or MTMT, Montgomery, Miles Sanders, or Patterson. Let's go with Patterson. Eddie Lacy, the original fat guy before Fat Lenny. Yeah, the OG fat guy. Palmer, Julio, or Jacobs. I would go with Julio. Edmonds, Penny, Melvin Gordon, Al Robinson. Go with the first two. I love Kirk. They're offering me CD. Oh, I have Kirk. Yeah, you would take CD. I think I would just hold, to be honest with you. I don't really want CD right now, and I wouldn't get rid of him either. If Pittman sits, Thielen or Bateman, I'd go Thielen. Whose team is better? I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh, okay. I see now. I think I understand. I think Team One is better. If this is how I'm reading, if I read the question correctly. Flex Dylan, Claypool, Jeff Wilson. I would go with Dylan. Juju or DJ, I'd go Juju. Thielen, Michael Thomas, Lamb, Gabe Davis, ETN. I'm gonna go with Michael Thomas, Gabe Davis, and Thielen. Good show. Thank you, Edward. I appreciate it. Hit that like button. Yes, sir, Christian. Thank you. Need a flex. Lamb, Logan Thomas, Robbie A, Penny. I'm gonna go Lamb. I'm gonna play Lamb. It's kind of scary, but I would play Lamb. David Montgomery or J Rob, Monty. Bitch, I feel like Monty. All right. The stream definitely has an ad read that I need to do. All right. We have some ads for the fellas back home. So, we're going to talk real quick about Underdog. They've been on your screen this whole entire time. You can keep loading up the chat with questions. I'll make sure to answer them. So, Underdog Fantasy, they're above me. I'm pointing at them right now. Your best ball teams might already be cooked. Your fantasy football teams might be dead as well. That's entirely possible. It's only been week 1. If you guys want to get in more action in drafting, I love drafting, you can head on over to Underdog Fantasy to resurrect them with their week number 6 through week 17 best ball tournament. The entry fee is only $10 with $500,000 in prizes and $100,000 to first place. All you got to do is draft your team. That's it. There's no waivers, no trades, no in-season management because Underdog just automatically puts your best roster in at the end of the week. They also have daily best ball contests for MLB, NBA, PGA, NHL, obviously NFL as well. If you want to get into the other sports, all you got to do is click on the link in the video description down below or use promo code Stokastic to get a first match deposit bonus of up to $100 with Underdog. So make sure you guys do check that out. I do the drafts on there. I think it's incredibly fun. And they also have a pick'em. So if you can't bet in your state, you might be able to do the pick'em on there. Make sure you guys check that out if you haven't already. Juju or Waddle? I'll go with Juju. Allen Robinson or DK? Definitely would go with Allen Robinson. Thank you, Nick, and all the mods. No problem, man. Adam Thielen or Hunt in the flex? I'd go with Hunt. Hopkins, Chris Olave, and Devontae Smith were all dropped. Any of them worth picking up off the waiver wire? I would pick up, if you have an IR spot, I'd pick up Hopkins. If not, I think Smith is worth picking up, but I wasn't a big Smith guy this offseason. I just think maybe he does splash. Edmonds and Penny, AFin. Terrell Henderson or Brandon Cooks. Henderson. Choose one, full PPR. Did you guys hear that? The noise this fucking thing makes when you hit against it. I'm one of those people that really hates when you touch like styrofoam and stuff. I just have sensitive ears because I'm a pussy or something. I don't know. Choose one for full PPR. ETN, Higgins or Singletary. Higgins. Josh Palmer or Christian Kirk. Komet, Tanyan or Higbee. I'd go with Higbee. Edmonds, Dillon, Sanders need to go with Dillon and Edmonds. Drop one. Edmonds, Robinson, Singletary, Pierce, Dobbins, Ayuk. I'm dropping Ayuk. Seems like Dobbins might play this week. I didn't talk about him in my running back starter sit video, but it seems like he might play this week. All right. Next question here. All right. Landry or Renfro? I would go with Renfro. Samuel, Curtis, A-Rob, or Robert Woods? I would go with Curtis Samuel. Pick one wide receiver, Mike Williams, Ayuk, Bateman, Mike Williams for show. Better stash in your opinion, Herbert or Madison? I'd rather hold Madison. Help PPR trading away AJ Brown, Madison, Robert Woods for ETN, Lamb, and Waddle. Yeah, I would do that, but I don't think it's like a smash trade like you're making it seem to be. But I think I'd prefer the other side. Edmonds, Penny. That's it, AFin. Edmonds and Penny. Do you see the Fantasy Doctors video on Dobbins? Kind of scary. He's on my bench at the moment. No, I did not see that. Those are real doctors. See, I'm not a real doctor. So yeah, maybe it is scary. I haven't seen it yet though, so I'm not gonna comment and lie to you and be like, yeah, I definitely saw that. 1 second. All right, next question. Travis Etienne, thoughts? Should I start? I'm fine starting him, but this is our last ride. Kamara or Najee? Kamara by a mile. Singletary or Bateman? Bateman. Etienne, Hilaire. Appreciate you as well. Hey, Nick, how do you feel about Albert O this season? I need to drop a player to make some changes. Yeah, I would drop him over Tunyon. I think he's going to be good, but I think you can rely more on Tunyon weekly. I need to just take these off. I look like a dumbass one like that. Flex, ETN or Samuel, ETN. Is Kittle playing this weekend? I don't think so, Brian. I hope Mike No Lube Williams doesn't bend me over again. It's only been 4 days. That's funny. MVS tonight, full PPR. He's all right. Dropped Gallup to stash Jordan Mason. That's a fine move. Juju or DJ Moore? I'd play Juju. Michael Thomas, DJ Moore, Juju or Christian Kirk? I'd go with Michael Thomas. Oh, I'd go Juju actually. Yeah, I know. I know his knee is really messed up. I already knew that, but I didn't see the video. Thanks, no problem. Yeah, I'm watching the Amazon Prime game. Luckily, I graduated college, but for some reason, For some reason, they still let me get the student discount. So shout out to Amazon. I have both AJ Dillon and Jones. Is it crazy to start them both? I don't think so. Thank you, bro. No problem. I'm here for the bad advice. Well, then you came to the exact wrong place, brother. I have never gotten a single question wrong. The chat will attest to that. I think Swift's gonna play, but I would go with Hunt and ETN. Rashad Penny or Jeff Wilson? I'd go with Jeff Wilson. I'd go Penny actually. It's so close to me. Travis Etienne or Curtis Samuel? I'd go with Etienne. Darrell Henderson or CH? They're so close in my opinion. But like you asked me if this question could last till Sunday, I'd probably flip flop on it 50 times. I'd go CH tonight. But again, it's very close. Nick, wrong? No way. Never happens. Is Treylon Burks worth holding? I would hold him for at least a couple more weeks. 100% correct answer rate. Exactly. I've never said anything wrong. Do I start CH over any of these? I would start him over Najee for sure, Gordon. Swift played on it in the fourth quarter and looked decent. I think he's a go. I think he's a go as well. Is Rashad White worth holding? I don't think so, but I haven't been a Rashad White guy all offseason. Josh Palmer, he's fine. I started both AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones. That's a way to guarantee upside. That's true. Someone dropped Stafford in my league after week 1. What do you think? I'd pick him up. Drop Akers or too soon? Way too soon. Look, I don't think that I never wanted to draft Akers, if I'm being honest with you, but I would hold him. And yeah, Lenny is dealing with an issue, but I read it wasn't serious, Spock, unless you have some different report that I haven't read, which is possible. It's hard to read everything. Chase, Samuel, Higgins, Davis, or AJ Brown. I'm gonna go with Chase, Higgins, Brown, Debo. Josh Palmer or Sutton, Rodgers or Brady, Najee Harris or Darrell Henderson. Real quick, another quick ad for the boys back home here. If you guys want to go ahead and start trying to play DFS, if you've never played DFS, or even if you've played DFS before, if you're a new Stokastic Plus Platinum member or an NFL user and want to get our NFL DFS tools a test run before purchasing, we have a great offer for you. All you guys got to do is you're going to be able to get access to the tools for 100% free for 3 days, which includes full access to all the premium content and tools for NFL DFS that we offer over on the website. It is in the description of the video, and you can get a 3-day free trial. So check it out. Again, you don't even have to pay anything. So if you're new to DFS or if you've been playing for a while, it's really helpful. I mean, it's how I'm good at DFS. So definitely helps. How's it going, mate? Crikey. That was so stupid. Why did I say that? How's it going, mate? You ever call Outback? The music they play at Outback is, or like when you call them up, is crazy. I know that's not. You get what I'm saying. Everett or Ertz? I'm going Everett for sure. I like Ertz a decent amount, but I definitely rather go with Everett. I think Everett's upside is just insane this week, especially without Keenan Allen. I think it's entirely possible that we see Gerald Everett get fed the ball a decent amount more in this game. Zach Ertz is relatively safe, but my lean would be to go with Gerald Everett, and I would have Everett ranked maybe 3 or 4 spots ahead of Ertz. So definitely going to lean with Everett tonight. Clyde Edwards-Helaire at the flex or Kareem Hunt? I'd go with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. McVay. I feel like McVay is going to 180 this week and give Cam a majority of the touches. I think that would be crazy. Ayuk or Kirk? Kirk. Nice Australian impression, mate. Yeah, I can't do it. I'm only good at Borat. That's about it. The only impression I can do is Borat. Very nice. I wish I could do other impressions. I should try to learn in the offseason. But in the offseason, I actually have other work to do, so I can't just do that. But it would be cool. I could just sit there for like 6 months, figure out how to do a bunch of accents and answer your guys' questions in different accents. Even though half the chat would probably just leave instantly because it would sound stupid. Is Dobbins a start this week? Not ideal, but if he plays, I'd be fine starting him, I guess. Select one, Julio or Pittman, or if Pittman plays, you're playing Pittman. If not, go Julio. Really high on marijuana. That's fun. I hope you Lenny owners got Rashad Penny on your bench. Rashad Penny, Rashad White. Is Gerald Everett a good pickup to drop Mike Licky and Gasicki? Oh, yes. You're starting Al Robinson this week? Yes, but not with overwhelming confidence, right? I'm going to play him, but not super high on him. Jalen Guyton or McKinnon today in DFS. I've done a bunch of crunches. I'd lean with McKinnon personally. Hey, what up? What up, Drew? Since Higbee got 11 targets last week, what do you project him this week? Not 11, but maybe 7. And I think he'll be good. He dropped the ball. Considering how many targets he got, he sucked ass last week for how many targets he got. Schultz or Everett? I'm a lean with Everett. Just because of the matchup. DJ Moore or Hollywood Brown? Hollywood. Hollywood Brown. I was gonna play a decent amount of DFS tonight, but I'm not in love with this slate. Seems like you're gonna get absolutely kicked in the cock by this game. Like this game could go absolutely banana land. So I wasn't playing a lot of lineups tonight. I do have a couple lineups in though, but nothing crazy. Hold the phone. The $7 contest is only 33% full on FanDuel right now. That's the case in about an hour, and before lock, I'm gonna jam into that. But I assume it will fill, but maybe I'm wrong. Realistic trade return for CD and Aaron Jones. I don't think you're gonna get much because they both had awful games, so I would probably just hold them. That's kind of how I feel. Cordell, Robinson, Henderson, flex. I'd go with Henderson. Nope, I'd go Patterson. Patterson over Henderson. Patterson over Henderson. I think Hibby got so many targets because Stafford looks so uncomfortable. Yeah, maybe. Monty, J. Robinson, or Bateman? I'd go with Bateman. Will Herbert take over running back 1 from Monty? If so, what week? I think he could, but it's going to take a while. Do you think Elijah Mitchell is worth dropping? Any recommendations for a replacement? If you have no IR, I would drop him. And I would just try to pick up Jeff Wilson. Would you start A-Rob over ETN? No, I'd play ETN. No IR in your league yet. Make sure when you guys set up your leagues that you make sure to ask the commissioner for an IR because the IR is crucial. The IR is crucial. I hate playing in leagues that don't have an IR. It makes no fucking sense to make you hold some guy on your bench for months. It's so stupid. And then you end up having to cut a guy like Elijah Mitchell, which you obviously don't want to do. So it's quite annoying. Justin Herbert, the pervert. All right, I'm going to stop spam entering FanDuel lineups right now. I will wait until I see if anything else is open. Oh, wow. I'm quite behind on... Oh, no, I'm not. I'm not behind on questions. I lied. No IR in my league, unfortunately. Yeah, then you're going to have to get rid of him. Trade Aaron Jones for Javonte Williams straight up. Okay, look. In the offseason, I would have said no, but right now I'm thinking yes. You're going to be annoyed when Melvin Gordon vultures some points, but look, I'd rather have Javonte Williams over Jones now. I'm stashing Jameson on my IR, as am I. Nick, what 3 wide receivers do I start? Let me know. I wish there was 2 IRs in some years. Well, yeah, my league, the leagues I commission have 2 IR spots. That's what I do, 2 IR spots. And during COVID, we had multiple IR spots. Might be a crazy question, but Michael Carter or Renfro? I'd go Renfro personally. Not a crazy question though, based upon how much involvement Michael Carter had last week. I just don't know if the game plan is going to be the same to just keep dumping the ball off. My thoughts on Kenneth Walker. So let's pull up Kenneth Walker's injury report real quick. So I'm not talking out of my ass here. Kenneth Walker. Thank you for the donation, Cody. I appreciate it. Let's see. There's nothing on Kenneth Walker. Oh, because that's the wrong Kenneth Walker I clicked on. Is his name like Ken Walker or something? Yeah, Ken Walker. So stupid how these guys, the fucking websites change their name. Like his name's Kenneth Walker. Okay, here we go. Herdia was downgraded to limited for Thursday's practice. We would guess that this is part of a pre-planned maintenance routine after the rookie got in a full session on Wednesday. Although Rashad Penny was a week 1 disappointment, he remains a... yeah, it seems like Walker isn't going to play based on what I just read. I think that with Kenneth Walker, you should hold him. I think, like, I'm a Penny guy, but we all know that Rashad Penny gets hurt, so I would hold Kenneth Walker. And I think Walker could, when he does play, elevate himself into a viable fantasy football spot. But right now, if you need a running back to start, I'd be fine cutting him. But in most scenarios, I just want to leave him on the bench, let him ride the pine for a couple of weeks, and then you can go ahead and throw him out there in a couple of weeks. That would be my read on things. Now, again, I'm not telling you um, that you have to hold him, but I'd personally hold him, and I think his upside is pretty big. Normally, these rookie running backs, some of them take a really long time to hit, and then right at the end of the season, they break through like the Kool-Aid man. So I would hold Kenneth Walker. Again, I'm not a big fan of him, but I do think he's worth a roster spot personally. And if you don't have him on your team, I think you could probably just leave him on the waiver wire, and I also don't think you should be trading for him. And if don't trade him away either, because he's not worth anything right now. All right, thank you. Clutch David. Who wins in general? Kareem Hunt for Deontay Johnson. I think I would rather have Deontay Johnson. I don't think most games are going to go like how that Kareem Hunt game went up against the Jets. Now, again, I think this is one of those more fair trades. Now, obviously, Kareem Hunt got drafted significantly later than Deontay Johnson, but the draft doesn't matter anymore. We're in week number 2. I think I would prefer to have Deontay Johnson. I think that's a relatively even trade. But I think once Trubisky looks a little bit better, Deontay Johnson is in for a humongous season. So I definitely prefer to have Deontay Johnson, but not by a huge wide margin. It is relatively close. Thank you, Shane, for the donation. I really appreciate it. GOAT question, Mike Will or A-Rob? Look, I think you can start A-Rob in some situations, but when you have a guy like Mike Williams, who I know shit the bed last week, Mike Williams could be in for a humongous showing here tonight up against the Chiefs. I think this could be a very high scoring matchup. So I would go with Mike Williams. And to me, it's a no brainer. I don't even think it's close. Like the trade question Clutch David asked, it was close. But here, Mike Williams versus A Rob is not close, even in the slightest. I would much rather have Mike Williams in my lineup, and it ain't even close. So thank you guys for the donations. Now, someone in the chat asked to see my teams. So I will show you guys my NFL teams. I don't feel like scrolling through Sleeper and Yahoo as well. So I'll just show you the 3 leagues that I'm in on NFL. All right, got a jet, bro. See you later. Might as well throw those teams up. I'll keep answering questions though, so you guys can just look at the team here. Nick, which wide receivers do I start? Judy, Higgins, Julio, Devontae Smith, Ayuk, Josh Palmer. I would go with Judy, Higgins, and Julio. There's the squad right there. Scroll down a little bit for you. This is a 14-team league. That's my team. Maybe I'll zoom out slightly. Yeah, there's one of my teams right there. Thank you, bro. No problem. Got a jet. See you later. Who should I start out of Singletary, Monty, Penny, and Etienne Broski? I would go with Singletary. DeAndre Carter or Sterling Shepard? I'd go with Carter. The Bucs defense is crazy good. I agree. Start 2 CH, Najee, Patterson. I'd go Patterson and CH. Let's see. All right, let's pivot to a different team. Let's go to Sutton, my face. This is a 10-team league. I don't remember what draft position that team is from. I think it was 7. Now we got a different team here. This is a 10-team league. I lost Dak, so my team absolutely sucked ass last week, and Higgins got hurt. But I think this team's relatively good. How do you have that team in a 14-man? Is it a bot league? No, it's the league I've been in with my friends since we were in middle school. My dad's in that league. Yeah, the people in that league are pretty smart, so I don't think it's a bot league. This is a 10-team league you're looking at right now. Who should I start? Pittman, Sutton, Palmer, Kirk, and MVS. I would start Pittman, Sutton, and Kirk. Waddle, Samuel, Drake, London, Standard, Waddle. I have Dak, but no IR. Hate it. Yeah, I don't think there's an IR in this league either, which is fucking annoying. Don't know why there's no IR spot. Tough scenes, because I don't commission this league. Congrats on 20K. Thank you very much, Ray. Trade Connor for Aaron Jones straight up. Yeah, I would do that. Is Najee playing? I believe so. Nick gives Sean a second opinion. Sean. Oh, okay. I would go with Michael Thomas personally. And sorry if I didn't read his question. Again, there's a lot of questions that show up on the screen. While I'm also trying to share my teams. Here we got the Riley Reid option. My last team here. This is a 12-team Superflex team. This team took an L last week. I scored the third most points in the league, and we still lost. So you hate to see that. You hate to see that. Ertz or Freiermuth? I would go with Ertz. Would you play Clyde Edwards-Helaire tonight? I'd play Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Should I trade Jacobs for Bateman? Yes. Herbert and Edmonds for Allen. Who wins? I would rather have Allen. But again, it's very close. Juju or Henderson? Juju. Everett or Tunyon? Everett. Okay, fair enough. Thanks. Fellow Dolphins fan here. How are we feeling about this game against the Ravens? We are the underdogs in this game, 3.5-point underdogs. We are going to destroy the Ravens. I honestly think that this is a really good matchup for us. The Ravens are all banged up right now. This is the perfect time to strike them. Not when they're all healthy, when they're all banged up right now. And I expect a very good game out of us. Now, I think it's going to be close. I don't think we're going to actually smoke them like I may have said. I think it's going to be probably a 3-point game, but I think the Dolphins do end up coming out on top. I think our defense is just too good. Like, as long as Tua doesn't screw the game over, I feel like we're just going to win. Who would you start? Edwards-Helaire or Bateman? I would go Edwards-Helaire personally. If Higgins doesn't play Ayuk or Moore, I'd go Ayuk. You're trading for a quarterback. If you drafted Dak, I have Baker as a backup. If there's no good random quarterbacks off the waiver wire, then yeah, I'd have to trade for one. I picked up Jameis in that other league I have him in. Yeah, that's so fucking annoying. That's the problem with IR. If you drop the guy, you're going to get him back. Later, everyone. Adios, man. Trade Gibson for Schultz. I have no tight end, and Hunt or Edmonds can replace Gibson at the flex. I would not try to trade for Schultz right now. I'd be looking to trade for a different tight end personally, David. Have a good one, Brian. Yeah. Should I trade Dobbins and Michael Thomas for Chubb and Evans? Yes, I would do that. But Evans might shit the bed this week, just an FYI. Donta Foreman or Matt Breida? I would rather hold Foreman, personally. I'm trying to move Aaron Jones. Who are some names I should go after? Are you looking for a running back or receiver? Brady or Wilson? I'd go Brady. All right, I'm going to share my Yahoo team. I'm just going to pull it up on the screen and drag it. And he waddled away. Waddle, waddle. Until the very next day. Boom, 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 boom. This is my work league team. In the Stokastic C League. I did terrible last year. We are 1-0. My record on Yahoo sucks because I barely play on Yahoo. Tough scene. I look like the most bum player ever. 72 and 73. But my team's quite good. This is a 14-team league. Does Shaq Leonard scare you as one of two starting D? I think Shaquille Leonard's really good, yeah. Cole Kmet worth holding? Yeah, I would hold Kmet. Wilson or Burrow? I'd go with Wilson. I wanted to trade for A.J. Brown. Should I give him Mike Williams or Deontay Johnson or neither? I would trade either of them for A.J. Brown. Joe Shiesty, baby. This is my best team, I think. This is a 14-team league. This team is fucking stacked to the gills. Stacked. What are we doing about CeeDee Lamb? You got to hold him. If you trade him, you're not going to get anything. Palmer, Penny, Landry, Pierce, or Elijah Moore in the flex. I would go with Landry personally. I got a 16-person 2-quarterback league. Oh, Jesus. Why do people play in 16-person 2-quarterbacks leagues? I made a trade for Eckler and Judy for a quarterback. I have Cordell Patterson and Joe Mixon. Yeah, that's fine. That makes sense. Joshua Palmer or Renfro. What is going on? What's going on, man? This is Say. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. What's going on, man? Thank you for joining the stream. Start/sit half PPR, 2 wide receiver flex spot, Mike Williams, T. Higgins. Okay. I would go with Gabe Davis, Mike Williams, and my flex is going to be T. Higgins. If Higgins doesn't play, your flex is going to be Hunt. 10 minutes. It's almost time, baby. Yeah, it is almost time. Let's ride. All right, so I think I can stop sharing my teams unless you guys want to look at my Dynasty team, which I could share as well. But the Dynasty team, it's not going to fucking fit all the way on here. But I will make sure the chat doesn't show up because, again, I don't know these people I'm in the league with. They might be talking about some weird stuff. You never know. No, never mind. There's nothing weird in there. Thought there was a chance there might be. You never know with these fucking chats, man. Talk about some weird stuff. Okay. Yeah. All right. So zoom out slightly. There we go. I'm stacked at wide receiver. Good to know. Chargers or Chiefs? I think the Chiefs win this game. Appreciate that. Landry it is. Hold or try to trade Demont with Herbert becoming more of a presence. I'm holding him because unless your league mates think he's worth anything, I would just hold him. Start 2 CD, Higgins, Edmonds, and Bateman. I'm starting Higgins and Bateman. Thank you very much, man. You're amazing. Love hearing you say Raiders on a weekly basis. Cheers. Thank you. Glad you like that. Everyone seems to like the Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders. All right, so I'm going to unshare my screen now. I think everyone's got a good look at my teams. My teams are doing all right this year. I mean, nothing crazy yet, but it is only week 1, so I'm also someone I'm not going to overreact to week 1, right? Would you rather roster Christian Watson or Isaiah McKenzie? I'd rather roster Isaiah McKenzie, personally. When does this game start again, guys? 8:15, right? Or 8:20? I hate that I have to figure out how the fuck to use Amazon to watch 8:15 to watch this game. Even though I am a child, I am pretty stupid when it comes to trying to figure out how to stream shit. I'd rather just be on my television. Williams. All right. I'm getting a million DMs. All right. Waller or Everett? Let's go with Everett. Edmonds, Pierce, or Jeff Wilson? I'd go with Edmonds. Yes, he is. Curtis Samuel is definitely startable. All right, so let's check real quick. I hear the NFL keeps getting closer and closer to pay-per-view. There's no way it's ever going to be pay-per-view, though. If it was, though, they'd have all my money because there's nothing that I like more than football. So, but it'll never be pay-per-view. But they're going to keep moving networks. They're trying to make as much money as possible. Yeah, these fucking contests on FanDuel are just not filling, which is just crazy. Weird. Would you trade Waddle and Henderson for Debo? No. Booth over Everett, right? I would go Everett for the upside. Are you worried about Henry or do you see the 30 bombs coming? I think Henry's going to be fine. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much. Would not panic at all about Derrick Henry. All right. Thank you for the donation, good sir. I appreciate it. Pick 2 running backs. Thank you, Dylan. Pick 2 running backs, wide receivers, and 2 flexes for VPR. Lenny, Monty, ETN, Henderson, Robinson, Deontay Johnson, London, Lamb, Hardman, Diggs, Cup. Very simple. So you have Diggs and Cup. Holy fuck, your team is stacked. Okay, so we're going to go for the 2 running backs. We're going Lenny and we're going Henderson. Lock those 2 in. Lenny and Henderson. Our receiver, we're going Cup. Our flexes, we're going Diggs. And then we're going to go Deontay Johnson. So it's going to be Lenny, Henderson, Cup, Diggs, and Deontay Johnson. I think that's what I said initially. So let me write down again so I can fucking talk this out with myself because this is a deep question here. So Lenny, Henderson, those are the 2 running backs. Your receiver would be Cup. Flex would be Diggs, and then yeah, I think I would go with Deontay. That's what I would do. Your team is stacked, bro. I typed in the chat. It's in both chats. Knox or Everett? I'm going back to the fountain. We're going with Knox. I think Knox had 1 down game. I think that's the problem with fantasy football is dudes will have 1 down game and it'll have everyone shitting themselves worried. Oh, will he be able to get back? Blah, 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 blah. He's going to be just fine. So I would not really worry at all. I'm just going to go ahead and play Knox over Everett. It is incredibly close. I really like Everett tonight, but I would lean with Knox personally. Let's go, my boy Dawson Knox, one time if you are with me. Thank you again for the donation. I really appreciate it. I need one more, though. I got 2 in the flex, Nikki. We need one more, though. Am I dumb? Did I not type this correctly? So you need 2 running backs. So that'd be Lenny. So you need Lenny. And you need we're going Lenny Henderson. Your receiver is Cup. Your flex number 1 is Diggs. And your flex number 2 is Deandre. It's got to be correct, right? Oh, you meant 2 wide receivers. Gotcha. I'm just a dumbass. So your other receiver you're going to go with is you're going to chance it with Lamb. You're going to play Lamb. I don't love Lamb, but you're going to play him. Amazon Slime. Should I trade Edmonds for Ayuk and Lance? No, I would not. But that is not a really weird trade, though. I would not do it, though. I need Herbert to go 404 touchdowns. I hope so. Let's fucking go. Mucho appreciado. I appreciate you as well. Thank you, Captain. Your Captain Spock's very helpful. Ron's helpful. All the mods are helpful. Everett, less target competition and more offensive possessions equals more targets. Yes. Very sane way of thinking about things. All right, guys. Lock in 2 minutes. Lock is in 2 minutes. Make sure you hit that like button if you're leaving. Make sure you hit that like button. It really helps me out a ton. Hit that subscribe button if you are new. Again, helps me out a ton. And we're going to have a great day. A nice stream today. Have fun. And then going to have a nice nap later. This locks in 1 minute and it has 0 entries into it. The fuck? Why is no one entering this? Herbert the pervert. Let's fucking go. Dawson Knox or Higbee? I'd go with Higbee. Should I get rid of Akers? No, I'm holding him right now. What wide receiver should I get for Dylan? I was thinking like Sutton. That makes perfect sense. I would be excited to get that. Okay. 30 seconds, bro. I'm not going to get that overlay. 30 seconds. Thanks a ton, Notorious Fantasy. Thank you. Ayuk Palmer or Curtis Samuel week 2. I'd go with Curtis Samuel. You aren't going to watch the game? Of course I'm going to watch the game. I was joking. You think I'm going to go to fucking sleep? I live for this shit, man. Let's fucking go. Thanks for the live. Appreciate you. Appreciate you as well. Knox or Everett? I'm going Knox. Is McLaurin a start this week? Yes. And we actually were going to try to watch the game on a stream on Playback tonight, but Playback does not allow you to use Amazon Prime, so we won't have that tonight. But in the future, if it does, there will be live streams of me watching the game. So that's just how we lean, baby. I think the Dolphins cover the spread. I hope so, man. I sure hope so. So thank you guys all for watching. I greatly appreciate you all. Love you all. Hope y'all have a luxurious day. Did this fill or no? This contest I joined did not fill. All right. Oh, damn. I would have been down. Yeah, I would have been down too. It just didn't work because they don't let you use Amazon Prime in there. Yo, they're great. It's a great app, though. The thing's crazy. Frymouth or Higbee? I'd go Higbee. Kirk or Lance this week? I would go with... I think I'd go Kirk. All right, guys. I'll see you later. So if you have any other questions that I didn't answer today, leave them down below in the comment section. Not in the chat, in the comment section after the stream. Or you can comment it on any other video on either the Notorious Fantasy channel or the Stokastic Fantasy Football channel. As long as my face, I'm in the video, I answer the question. So make sure you ask as many questions as possible. I always try to answer. Bro, you're my favorite fantasy football podcast. I like every fucking video. I think the biggest issue is that no one wants to share advice with our friends. That's funny, man. I hope so. I hope that's why no one spreads me around, because spreads me around like I'm a hooker or something. But yeah, I appreciate that, man. I'm glad you guys enjoy the streams. I try to have a fun time, the videos, the streams. And the comments are normally very positive, so I really appreciate it. Tyler Higbee or Dawson Knox? Higbee. I would go with Higbee, I think, but it's close. Have A-Rob, KW, Pollard. You have Modern Warfare 3 on your bench? Who the fuck is MW3? Oh man. Guys, my brain is failing me. MW3. Who could that possibly be? Not a rapper. You know what, Dominic? Ask that question in the comment section. I'll get to it after the stream because I need to end the stream. But leave it down below in the comment section. So good luck, guys. I love all you guys. I'm gonna head out, but make sure if you guys have any other questions, ask them in the. Oh, Melvin Gordon. Okay. All right. So I would just try to go ahead and package Allen Robinson when he blows up this week and MVS for a running back or for a quarterback. I'd try to trade for Trey Lance right now. The game is on. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys. Channel's fire. Been here since the beginning. Thank you. Rise above. I really appreciate it. So the game's on. I'm heading off. I love all of you guys. Hope you guys all have a great rest of your guys' day. Again, if I didn't answer your comment, I'm not trying to be a dick. Just ask down below in the comment section afterwards. I love you guys. Have a great rest of your guys' day. And as always, goodbye.